Now, a woman will always stop chasing you if you become, in her eyes, different from how you were, which caused her to start chasing you to begin with. Now, what exactly do I mean by different here? I mean different in terms of value. I don't mean different in terms of getting better and improving in your personal goals. Now, watch the video until the very end so I can explain all of this in specific detail. What's going on, guys? My name is Assam from dopelifecoaching.com, and today I'm going to be talking about why she stopped chasing you. Now, for all you first timers on my channel who want consistent updates on content like this, make sure you smash that subscribe button and also hit the bell icon so that you don't miss a single video. Now, a woman will stop chasing you if she believes that your value went down. Now, here's 3 ways that you demonstrate low value to a woman. So reason number 1, you are always there. So guys, when a woman starts to show interest in you, and you are obviously showing interest in her, that's healthy, that's normal. A lot of times what you try to do, due to fear, is you try to over display that interest. She texts you, you start to text her 5 seconds later because you just want to latch on. You don't want her leaving. It's all because of fear. Fear of losing her, fear of her leaving. Fear that you're not good enough. Fear that she's gonna find another guy. And here's the funny part. Because you are so fearful of losing her, you start to do the very things that cause her to leave you. It's kind of funny, right? And the problem is, when this behavior starts to turn into a pattern where every time she texts you, you respond 5 seconds later with way too much enthusiasm, that's just one example, of course, she starts to question your value. She starts to think, does this guy have any other friends in his life? Does he have anything else going on? Are other women interested in him? Is he desperate? And when she starts to see these things, all of these point to one answer. The answer is you are a low value man. But that's okay. That's exactly why you need to fix it and get off your ass and start to get productive and purposeful in your life, so that you focus your main attention on something outside of yourself. That is your mission, your purpose, your definite major purpose. That's exactly how I like to say it. Your definite major purpose. Reason number 2, she found a better replacement or option. This is the toughest reason of them all, but I have to say it. Guys, when you've been dating a woman for a couple months, just short term, sometimes what can happen is she comes across a guy whom she believes is more valuable than you. Now, here's what that can do. When she starts to see this guy's value more than yours, she can start to distance herself. The text messages start to get lower. She starts to take longer to reply. And she also starts to get less enthusiastic whenever she's talking to you. And she starts to be less available when it comes to planning dates. And more than likely, what that starts to do is it leaves you confused. And when you get confused, you start to get fearful. And because you're fearful, you try to text her more, you try to pursue her more, you try to latch onto her to keep her from straying away. But the problem is, the more you try to keep her from straying away, you're gonna cause that exact behavior from her. She's gonna leave. And that is exactly why, guys, I always stress that you have to have a definite major purpose in your life. That definite major purpose should comprise most of your attention and effort. Because when you start to focus on it, you start to take your focus away from the women and onto yourself. That gives you responsibility, that gives you accountability, that makes you more productive. And if you don't have a goal right now or a definite major purpose, that's fine. Start today. Every day is a new day and every day is a new opportunity. But here's also the good part. When you start to focus on that definite major purpose, little by little, you're going to start to see results. And when you see results, you're going to get more confident. And when you get more confident, you're going to be a more valuable man to women as a byproduct. The main thing is you're making yourself more successful for you, for your own purpose, for your own legacy. But then as a byproduct, women will start to come to you. That's so much better. Instead of having to go out of your way to chase women, they're going to start coming to you because they see that you are a valuable man. We just earlier said that a woman can sometimes drop you because she sees more value in another guy. However, when you become a more valuable man, women won't do that to you because of all the competition, you're gonna be number one on her list. And obviously that's the best position to put yourself in. So reason number 3, you two have both different goals and values. Guys, I don't care how good looking you are, how successful you are, how much game you think you have. At the end of the day, if a woman believes that your goals and values are not aligned, or if you believe that, somewhere down the line, you guys are going to part ways. Why? Because when you're interested in one thing and she's interested in another thing, it's hard to find that common ground. If, for example, she values alone time and you value too much connection, over time, it's not going to feel right because here you are trying to connect with her all the time, and here she is, she's distant. She values alone time much more. So that's just not going to work. If, for example, you're like me and you value personal growth, and she, on the other hand, she values Netflix, and all she wants to do is sit there and be lazy all day and watch Netflix, it's just not going to work because our goals and values are not aligned. That's exactly why you shouldn't take this very personally. Now, here's the tricky part. She might not even know that your goals and values are not aligned, and she also most likely will not verbally tell you, I think our goals and values are not aligned. But she might think, something's just off. The spark isn't there. Whatever it is. Sometimes it's because of this. Let me give you an example of me. A couple years ago, I was in a relationship with a girl who at first everything seemed fine with, but then later down the line, I started to notice that she's getting distant. And then at the time, I didn't know why. But now looking back in retrospect, I know exactly why. We had different goals and values. I wasn't too clingy. I wasn't too needy. I wasn't any of this. But our values were not the same. And because of that, we weren't on the same page. She, for example, she valued constantly checking up on her just because that's what she was conditioned to do. She wants me to ask her, where are you? Where are you going? Who are you seeing? To her, that's protection. To me, I don't need that. I already have trust in her. If I'm in a relationship with someone, I don't want to sit there and text her, where are you going? Who are you going with? What time are you going to come back? No. Plus, on top of that, we don't even live together. In my eyes, that's just ridiculous. There's other ways to be protective. There's emotional protection. I'm not going to sit there all day and be a fucking dictator, be Mr. Stalker and ask her where she's going, what she's doing. No, I'm not about that life. But she values that. And I understand, but people are different. There's also different cultures. People that grow up in different cultures value different things many times. And this one took me a while to grasp. But guys, at the end of the day, if you're doing everything right and you see that a woman starts to distance herself from you, take a deeper look at the relationship and be objective about it. Sometimes it's because goals and values are just not aligned, and most likely she's not going to verbally tell you this, but it is a possibility and you definitely have to look into it. Besides, you're going to save yourself a lot of headache and a lot of hassle. You're just going to be removed out of your life. You don't want to deal with that. You want someone who's on the same page as you. It makes things much more easy and so effortless that it eliminates all the headache, that unnecessary headache that you just don't want to deal with. So from now on, guys, whenever you want to ask yourself the question of why did she stop chasing me, or where is she? How come she's not chasing me anymore? Focus more on the question of how am I becoming a more valuable man? And every action you take, keep asking yourself, is this making me a more valuable man or a less valuable man? You're better than that, dude. You're better than the questions that you keep asking yourself of why and how a certain relationship ended, or why and how this person in particular just stopped texting you. But instead, when you start to focus on these things, the valuable things, your mission and your purpose in your life, you start to take your focus off of them, off of the women, and then they start coming to you. And the whys and the hows you don't have to deal with anymore because everything just seems to take care of itself. The best position to be in, dude. So just as a recap, guys, a woman will stop chasing you for 3 main reasons. The first is that you're always there, you're overly desperate, and you have nothing going on in your life. The second reason is that she found a better replacement or a better option for herself. The third is that she believes that your goals and values are not aligned. Once you start to grasp these principles, you will notice that they all point towards the same direction, and the direction of she sees you as a lower value man. And what you should do from now on is make yourself higher value and stop worrying about tricks and tactics to make her chase you or say this or do this. Rather, you'll focus your attention on being a more valuable man, and then things will just take care of themselves, and you'll notice that women start to come to you instead of you going out of your way to start chasing women. That's the best position to be in, trust me. So if you found this video valuable in any way, guys, make sure you smash that thumbs up button. And also, if you want consistent updates, hit that subscribe button and also the bell icons if you don't want to miss a single thing. Go to my website for future coaching, and we have free consultations for first timers, www.dopelifecoaching.com. Also, guys, comment down in the comment section below for future videos or ideas or situations you may be involved in. And I'd be more than happy to reply or to cover those specific topics. That's pretty much it, man. Go out there, be a higher value man, map out a game plan for your future, focus off of the women and on your future and on your mission. And I promise you, amazing things will start to happen. Peace.